Hello chipsters, it's Gav. Welcome to yet another one of my videos. Today we're looking at some peri-plastic 28mm Hussars. They're going slowly because I keep getting drawn onto other stuff. But we've got two more painted, two horses apart from the shoes. They haven't been done yet because I'm just waiting to paint the next metallics, save wasting paint. But yeah, the main horses are done. I'm still doing the fitments around them. We'll have a look at that in a second. But yeah, two more horses done, not been varnished yet. I'm probably varnishing these 100 times over because I put them in, then I pull different ones out because I keep them in a couple of drawers, keep the dust off them. And I'll pull one out because I need to look at a particular horse colour again, and I put it back in the wrong place. So I'm probably gonna have about 20 coats of varnish because while I'm spraying other stuff, I think, oh, I'll get those couple of horses out, and give them a spray of varnish. So it's a good job I'm using an airbrush. Right, yeah, they're really nice figures. I keep saying it, but I do like them. I love the poses of the horses. I'm trying to think if I've done any metal Peri cavalry, and I don't believe I have. Might be wrong. I've painted a lot of stuff in the time, but I don't believe I have. I've done a fair bit of the old, yeah, other people's cavalry. Head problems. Right, before I forget even what I'm making a video of, let's go down and take a look. Thanks for joining me at the bench, guys. There will be photographs, as always, at the end. Like I always say, these are just taken off. I've got a cheap video camera, and obviously it can take photographs, but it doesn't take quality ones. So I know I could do them on my phone, but then I've got to send them through to the computer, then from the computer to... I'm not very good at it, and it's just easier. This is on a card. I put the card in, load them up. So sorry about the state of the photographs I give you, but it is what it is. So we've got a chestnut. Let's put this one to one side so the camera can focus. Giving him the socks. He's come up quite nice. Again, I've done what I'd explained before with the texturizing of the horsehair. He's got some shoes in there somewhere. Let's get a bit closer if we can. There we go. Yeah, really nice figures. I do like them. Again, it might not be showing under the lights, but I try and do different fur colours. The colour for the fur is slightly darker. I use like I think it's called a warm grey, and I use different colder whites on some of the lacing, warmer white on the actual cuffs themselves and the collar. Just to try and break up. Oh, and obviously the different straps and slings and whatever are all they're done in a warm white. The barrel sash there, that's done in a cold white from a deck tan. It's just all just to try, and it probably means absolutely nothing when it's on a tabletop or if it's on a even on a video, but it means something to me. I know that I've tried to mix it all up. You try and bring them up above average, if that makes sense. So we've got him, and let's put this one aside. We've got our dark bay. Again, the only thing I'd say with these, you can't do them, you can pose the arm, they'll give you an extra arm so you can have the sabre across the shoulder. I've never liked that pose particularly. I just think if you've got these charging horses, I just like to see them with the sabres out, but you can't do a lot. As I say, they don't give you there's no shouting. I've said this before, the faces are a bit not disappointing because they're nice faces, but we always want more, as I keep saying, and I would have liked to have seen some like shouting, open mouths and things, just to add that bit of difference as well, because you've got the tassels coming off the bag on the busby. You can only position it so far because the actual end of the tassel is obviously on the figure itself, so it's not as if you can move the heads around particularly without a lot of, well, not a lot, but a fair bit of work. Texturise the horse again. I always go over and just once I've done the main job, I'll go over and dust up the base of the legs, and then slightly at the base of the scabbard, this that I've completely forgot the name of right now, but I dust that up, and obviously around the boots and slightly up the leg there as well, just to tie everything in really. But yeah, really like them, very nice. So that's our two. Let's go back a bit slightly, Gav. That's our two, and then we've got a light bay here. So I'm calling them light bays, dark bays. I can't honestly remember the proper names. Still a lot of work in these yet. Obviously, I'm still doing the woolen shabraku, is it? But that's just had one base coat on, well, two base coats, but I've not gone on for a highlight yet. No, obviously the red dog toothing around the side yet, or hound's tooth, whatever you want to call it. What else we've got to do? A highlight on the mane and tail. We've got to do some metal work on the hooves, on the horseshoes, I should say, and then, as I said, dusting up the legs and stuff. But he's getting there. I'll pull out the riders today, I think, and oh, and I've texturized the socks on this guy. But what I'll do now is go over with, say, a rubber black, which has got a fair bit of brown in it, and I'll just water that down fairly heavily and wash it over. Well, I don't actually wash it over. I could glazing. I suppose it's a glaze. It's either a heavy glaze, but I'll only go over once or twice certain areas. I wouldn't say I wash completely because I don't do the entire sock. I just go where I've got texture, just to merge it in slightly so it doesn't look too dotty. But yeah, now he was actually going to be this chestnut, as in colour, because I try and mix the poses up with the colours. So as you can see, this guy, we've got, apart from I've managed to do the mane and tail, but they're more or less the same. Slightly annoying because it just shows sometimes I have an idea of a colour in my head that I want the horse to be, but because I don't use like a triad system, I'm literally what I call I'm just calling it underpainting, and then I will put very thin glazes or thinnish heavy glazes in different areas to change the tone of the horse. And it was supposed to be, it started off, shows how quick you can doing that method, you can change a horse colour. He started off wanting to be like this, without the black and without the white. I'll just I put a base colour down and then leave the sock areas up to either just below or just above the knees. And it was just not going right. It wasn't a colour I was happy with. So by adding different reds and oranges, I got a chestnut. The only problem was, of course, it's the same blooming pose as this guy, which is a bit annoying. So all I could do really was change his muzzle and slightly not give him such a big white blaze on the face, and obviously change his mane and tail. What can you do? But this guy, I quite like this one. I'll be doing another one of these. Again, I never write I never write what the colours I'm using down. I just and to say I've got a shot memory, it's not really the best way of doing things, but it does give you variety sometimes. So anyway, thanks a lot for stopping by and taking a look. We've got two more down. We've got these two obviously are only part the way there, and I've got another 6 to do. So I reckon by the end of November they'll be ready to put up for sale. But yeah, really nice. I've really enjoyed doing them. As I said, I've got 2 more boxes of Hussars. I don't know if I enjoy them that much. I've got a French box, and I bought another only because they were both. As I say to you, if I see something, especially in these hard times, if I see something that's appreciably cheaper than its competitors, I'll buy it if I've got the money and put it in my stash for ready for a rainy day's painting, as I call it, when I need to either make some more money or, you know, whatever reason I'm doing direct sales, if that makes sense. Yeah, I have got the 2 boxes of Hussars. I've also got some Warlord Epic, as you guys know. The horses are, I've got half the horses done. I won't go into it a lot because I need to explain some bits and pieces on that, but I've also bought a sprue of infantry, and I will be showing probably the infantry first, not all of it completed, but I will show some Warlord Epic probably towards the end of the week. So there'll be a double Napoleonics update between this and the Epic. But which is why these are taking a bit longer, because as usual I've got diverted onto doing Epic as well. I blame Scott over at Liberator 240 channel for that. Right, look after yourselves. Thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. As I say, we'll have an Epic update. 6mm update? No, probably not till the following week. What else have we got? Any modelling updates? Oh yeah, I probably probably not HMS Kent probably won't give you an update till the end of next week. I've been still painting the Normans, slower obviously because I've been directing in all other places, but the Norman are being, when I've got a couple of minutes on, I have an idea of what colour I want to use. I have been painting those up, so they're getting there. There's a couple of model updates that I probably will do as well at some stage over the weekend, or at least one of them I should say, but we shall see. Anyway, rambling as always. Take care of yourselves, enjoy what projects you're working on, and we'll catch each other very, very soon on another video.